What is up, friends, family, one-wheelers, skateboarders, whoever you are, welcome. I've been a little MIA on my YouTube videos recently, just been figuring life out, just, moved back into town from college, just been trying to get dialed in, so I appreciate it. But here we go, the content is coming. And I want to start off this new era with a Onewheel Pint review. I do not have the pint with me because I do not currently own a Onewheel Pint, but I am one of the very few people in this world that has not only ridden a Onewheel Pint, but actually putting a Onewheel Pint through the ringer. We rode trails, we rode bike paths, we rode streets, we rode gravel, we rode uphills, we rode downhills, we rode curbs. We basically went out, took these pints, as you can see in this video behind me, and tested them, like truly tested them, and gave R&D feedback with Future Motion, which was an incredible experience. It was super cool, and god darn is that board amazing. Holy crap. Some might think this is a biased review because Onewheel and I are beginning a partnership of sorts, but I give you my 100% honest word, cross my heart, hope to die. This board is incredible. It's everything I've ever wanted out of a Onewheel. It's got front and back concave foot pads like the Plus, but they're a little smaller. I have a pretty average foot. I'm a size 10 foot, and it fits over that foot pad incredibly. Gives you a lot more front and back control. The stock tire right off the bat is nice and round, beautiful shape. It's not all flat like the Vega where it takes a couple hundred miles to shape it. And just straight out of the box, it's amazing. They've got the LED light bar on it, which is a super rad feature, so you can see your battery without having to pull your phone out. And it's even easier than using a watch. I own an Apple Watch just so that I can use my Onewheel app, basically, and tell time. So anytime you come to a stop, you can look down at your foot and it tells you what your battery's at, and it'll also tell you which sensor is activated when you're getting on the board. So if you touch the right sensor, half of the strip is illuminated blue on the right side, same with the left side, and when you put both feet on, it's two blues. So it's kind of like, for those of you that aren't sure if your foot is set, it tells you right there, which is incredible. Another thing I really loved about the Pint was its ability to go uphill. So from Future Motion themselves, there's only one part that's the same as the XR and the Pint, and it's one single screw. They've completely re-engineered the motor, the battery, the controller module, everything in the board is completely re-engineered, and that thing mobs uphill. It's insane. We did a test from the bottom of a hill to the top of a hill. It was probably about 20 to 30% grade. I didn't measure, but we went from a stop, accelerated all the way to the top. I weigh about 150 pounds, and I didn't feel any kind of surge, my nose didn't even come close to the ground. It was like I was on a flat road, and I throttled it. I wanted to really put a test, throttled it uphill. Amazing, it was incredible. Its ability to not only go uphill like a champion, but its downhill braking is amazing. Like if you've been riding since the V1 where you're going downhill, and if you just get too much speed, you start hitting the brakes and that tail drops and you're out. None of that. Absolutely none of that. It's amazing. You start going downhill, you hit the brakes, and that motor just, oh my God, it has so much power. It's incredible. So that being said, it's quick. It's got about the range of the Plus, which is pretty rad. The tire's amazing, the foot pads are amazing. They're gonna do grippier grip, which is awesome. The magnetic handle, holy crap. Holy crap, it's so sick. You don't have to put anything on your board. There's not even a spot to carry it on the nose anymore. It's just a low mag handle. You pop off your board, bang, it's right there, and it's lighter than all the boards. Another pro. I'm being a little random here. Another pro. It's super light. Boom, carry that thing. I can carry that all day. I get so sore like carrying around my XR. So heavy. But the Pint, super light, got your handle installed on deck already. With the handle, the speed, all that stuff, it's incredible. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to get my hands on one. I think yesterday they started shipping as I'm filming this video. They started shipping yesterday. I'm sure they have to get them out in batches because I assume they got a lot of orders because this is a really sweet product. So we'll see when we all get ours. A buddy of mine's got one coming. I believe I've got one coming. And I want to do another video a little more in-depth once I get on it and can really show you guys its abilities. So yeah, it's incredible. I think cons would be if you have like a size 12, 13 and above foot, I think that foot pad might feel kind of small. I'm sure it's easily something you can get used to, but with a bigger foot, the smaller board might be not as great. Another con is the range, but trying to make a smaller board, you can't really downsize the board, downsize the battery, and still get the range you want. So it's going to be hard for me going from riding XRs on a constant basis and being used to that 16 to 18 mile range, that 16 to 18 mile range, and going back down to a plus style range, 5 to 7 miles. So that I would definitely say is a con. As far as cons go, another con is going to be the charge time. I believe the charge time is much slower. I wouldn't say much, that's a lot of muches. But the charge time is gonna be a little more similar to the XR. So you're gonna get XR charge time and plus range because the charger is smaller now, which is also a pro. So it's like a pro con. You got a smaller charger, it's gonna be a lot easier. Like you can just throw that thing in like the drink holder of your backpack. I believe, rumor has it, the transformer box is like the size of an iPhone, and it's a smaller plug-in, but with that making everything smaller with technology, it tends to affect battery. So 3 main cons would be foot pad size for big feet, range, and charge time. So something to consider, but other than those 3 things, absolutely everything about that board is incredible and amazing, and I just am so stoked to get on one and just film. Last but not least, all said and done, Simple Stop. Simple Stop is rad. I don't see myself ever using it personally because I do a lot of back and forth when I'm standing still at a stoplight or talking to somebody about the Onewheel or whatever. I do a lot of back and forth, so it kind of trips me up. But you can change it on your phone. And on your phone, you can switch it on and off, which is super rad. And so if I've ever got somebody on my Onewheel trying it, because I do a lot of demos for people that want to try it, you switch that on your phone, and it makes it so much easier for people to get off the board because they can just slowly roll back, and then they're off. Because it's hard to be like, all right, just lift up your heel or pivot your toe or just grab my hands and hop off. Like, it gets rid of that whole aspect. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Super pumped. It's an incredible product, and I'm so stoked for you guys to either get your hands on one or get your feet on one because you are going to be pumped. If you ask me, it's a no-brainer. Gotta buy it. Can't afford it, finance it, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So I really appreciate you guys joining me. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing, and check out my Instagram at Bodie Harrison. I post a lot of Onewheel content, and I will see you guys on the next video.